You deserve beauty, love, and luxury, all without the struggle. Here's the truth. The struggle was never required. It was never required for abundance. It was never required for your joy, your relationships. It was never required. It was something that was put onto you. You don't need to earn it. You become it. You are it. You deserve it. You're worthy of it. You already have it. So what am I talking about? If you've ever felt like luxury, love, or ease was something to be rewarded to you, and you never quite could actually enjoy what you have, then this episode is for you. Welcome to the Magnetic Online Leaders Podcast, where we talk about success, feminine energy and power, self-concept, and confidence. I'm your host, Stefi Lane. And in this episode, we're going to talk about why beauty, love, luxury is not something you need to earn. They're things you own. So let's get into it. So we're breaking down the self-concept around attracting high-level, high-quality experiences, opportunities, relationships, connection without the hustle, the guilt, the shame, and most importantly, the struggle. Because guess what? You are worthy already as you are. If you're listening to this, you probably can resonate, but you were subscribed or you were signed up for this thing called really hard work and really struggling. And especially as someone that grew up with immigrant parents, that was all they knew. They came into a brand new country. They didn't speak the language. They were not around their community. So automatically you adapt and you adopt this new way of being, or this way of being of hustle, struggle, fear, anxiety, anger, frustration, sadness, depression, all the things you don't want, right? And this hard work myth keeps a lot of women stuck, and especially kept me stuck for a really long time. And I actually right now in my life, I'm 37, I have a thriving agency, I've got a team, I've got just like a really beautiful home, a great relationship, a great marriage. I had to, in the last few years, really shed and let go of my struggle identity, my struggle persona. I used to believe that luxury and abundance had to be earned through struggle. That if I worked hard enough, then I deserved the amazing relationships, financial success, ease in my life. So I hustled, I overgave, I overpromised, I people pleased, and I lost myself for almost a decade, probably a little bit longer than that. I lost who I was, I lost my essence, I lost my joy, I lost my beauty because I was subscribed to this thing of overworking. This is not to say that I don't believe in working hard and going after what you want. Like this, for example, recording a YouTube video is tough stuff. It's challenging stuff, but I'm not struggling. I'm actually enjoying myself while I'm doing this, la da da da, this is fun. And during those times, I stayed in situations that were long overdue, that weren't aligned, that were making me feel like a very struggling woman. And I don't want that for you. I want you to nip that in the bud. Isn't nip that in the bud? Oh well, let's go with it. But one day I started to see so many women connect with this like effortless magnetism, with this energy, with alignment, with power, with purpose, without burning themselves out, without losing themselves, without people pleasing, without going into a place of drain and dread. This person, it wasn't a particular person, but the women I was seeing, they weren't going into this proving energy. They weren't hustling. She simply expected the best, and the best showed up for her. And that's when I started to realize it wasn't about working hard. It was believing you deserve it. So then the standards are high, and then you show up for the assignment. So how do we drop this struggle mentality? I'm going to give you a couple of concepts and a couple of tips and tricks that have really helped me. Start acting like the woman who already has it. If you already knew you deserved the love, the beauty, the abundance, how would you act? How would you show up? How would you open a door? How would you show up into a room? What would it look like if you already knew you were deserving of it? Practice feminine receiving. A lot of times people think feminine receiving is so passive, and there is some truth to it, but it actually is a leaning back approach. And also, let me teach you a breath technique. So I want you to uncross your legs and take a inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. I want you to drop your shoulders, and I want you to lean back and place your hands behind your body. So a lot of times, when you're walking, you're kind of like your hands are in front of your body. I want you to lean back a little bit and have your hands behind your body, and then relax your jaw. Let yourself receive. Learning to receive without the guilt is such a game changer. Oh my God, I have an experience for you that happened yesterday. Okay, yesterday I went to go get my oil change. And then I also needed to get, mind you, an oil change. I needed to get an inspection, a state inspection that you have to do in the state of Texas. And then I had to get my tire rotation and all the fluids topped off in my car. So like AC, all the things, especially in Texas. I need all those things at 100% capacity. So I go to the Mazda dealership and I, give my car, do the thing. They told me, okay, if you have an appointment, it's going to be a couple hours, which I anticipated. I anticipated it. And I was just in a really good groove. I brought my computer, I brought my phone, I was doing some work, I was doing some journaling. I was just in a good groove and I was just feeling so received, so in that moment, so relaxed, so myself. He calls me up, I go up to the counter and he goes, hey, since your car is a little bit older, you're gonna need this. I'm like, great, I don't feel like doing it today. Can I do it on my next appointment? And he's like, yeah, sure. Just make sure to see me. I'll give you a discount. I'll hook it up. Wonderful. And then I, grab my credit card and he's like, oh, wait, there was something that we missed. Hold on, let me speak to the mechanic. So then he goes away for a little bit. And when he comes back, he's like, hi, there was something that we missed. Could you go and have a seat and we'll be back with you in 15 minutes. I'm so sorry. I apologize. And he was saying all these things, how sorry he was and all. And I was just in this super state of receiving and relaxed and joy. And I was just like, no problem. I didn't even complain. It was not even something of my concern. Went back to my chair and just sat there. And then he called me back up. He starts ringing me up and I start bringing out my credit card. He says, oh, there's no need for that. And I had seen the bill prior to that because remember I went up one time and the bill was about $200, which was what I anticipated. And he didn't take my card and I was a little confused about it. So then he walks me to my car and he's like, oh, thank you so much for coming to Mazda. Next time you come in for those extra things I recommend, please see me, please call me. I'll give you an extra discount and we'll take good care of you. I was like, great, wonderful. I had even signed the invoice and I got into my car and as I sat in my car, I realized, oh my goodness, I just got a free service. I got a free oil change. I got a free tire rotation. I got a free registration. I got the, free whatever AC fluid, whatever it's called. And it was amazing. And I was like, wow, I was in such the feminine receiving and I received and I received. And I was like, thank you, sir. Thank you. See, your self-concept shapes your reality. If you identify as someone who struggles, well, guess what? You're going to struggle. But if you shift your belief and your concept into I'm a woman that attracts love, luxury, experiences, miracles, free stuff, manifesting things, then that is what's going to happen. It just takes work for it to happen, for the self-concept to come in and for you to change that. So here's the bottom line. You don't have to earn anything. You don't have to prove. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to struggle, but you can become, you can embody, you can work towards, you can have that discipline because that's quite sexy. And when you earn this love, this beauty and success, it's because it's coming from a true loving place and not from a place of seeking validation or keeping up with the Joneses or competing against somebody. You have to own the fact that you deserve it because your self-concept is shaping your reality. It's shaping your abundance. It's shaping your 3D reality. It's shaping everything that's around you. So start seeing yourself as a woman that naturally attracts it and drop struggle from your vocabulary. Know that you deserve it. You're deserving of luxury, love, beauty, abundance, all the joy, and start to act like her. Amazing. Thank you so much. If this resonated with you and you're ready to work on your self-concept as a magnetic beauty and as a magnetic businesswoman, reach out to me. I have 1 month containers and 3 month containers for us to really work on your self-concept, your strategy, your sexiness, your whole vibe. You can DM me at Stefi_Lane, or you can go to my website at Stefi, Stefi, Lane, Lane.com, and you can apply there. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next episode.